Hi. So welcome back for this lesson. Okay, it's the first lesson. So if you can prepare like a graph paper with you, okay, and also a ruler that is transparent at least on one side. Okay, don't use the steel ruler. Okay, I'll tell you why later. So now we can talk about lines of best fit. Okay, so great. So let's start. Okay, lines of best fit. Sometimes in the outside world, it's called trend line. Okay, trend line. Okay, so now I'm going to show you this graph paper, like the one that you have, but yours is like green color. Okay, so don't plot anything yet. Okay, so until I give you an example. So now I'm telling you what to do. Okay, so for example, this is an example. I show you the things here. So the study time here on the x-axis, and that's the test score for some exam. Okay, so what is this thing over here? This thing over here means that let's say you go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3, so you don't have to draw something like this. Okay, so if there is some gap in between, so because if you are going to draw until 100, but then the things below 60 is not being used, then you won't be drawing that part. Okay, so that's why you draw something like this. Similarly, if you start here from maybe 3 or 30 or 50, then you should draw something like this. Okay, you go up, down, this, something like that. Okay, to signify that you skip some numbering there. Okay, you scale to the part that is important only. Okay, so just give you something like this. Okay, so let's say if you have like 1 here, then you have somewhere between 60, then 2 here somewhere between 70, and this is the number of hours that you study, and maybe like 2.5 hours, then you get like 65. So these are the samples, right? Okay, so not necessarily you put in more time, then you get higher marks, right? Maybe you are like kind of like dreaming there. Okay, right, so I just give you the points here and plot all the points here. Okay, so now you are talking about lines of best fit, right? Okay, lines of best fit. So it's commonly used in stock prediction. So maybe you draw some kind of like trend line. So it will help you to predict stocks, but that's not the case. Okay, most of the time. Okay, so it's behavioral prediction. So I would like to say that this is not the rocket science. Whenever you say a trend line or lines of best fit, it's actually very relative. Okay, especially when you plot this kind of graph. Okay, then you try to draw a lines of best fit. It's very subjective in a way. Okay, it's kind of like subjective most of the time. Okay, so it's not a precise answer that I'll give you, but it's like an estimation. Okay, so your lines of best fit might be different from your friend. Okay, your lines of best fit might be different from your friend because sometimes you measure this one, maybe this point you draw it a little bit off, but still not too far away. But then another point a little bit off also. So 2 points and more points to be a little bit off, then the things will be not so aligned, right? So we can't say that you are wrong, just that because there are some human error and so on. So there might be some kind of inaccuracy, okay, in all drawings, whether your friend or what, it might be some errors here, okay. Even if you draw it with computer, the lines of best fit, you got to choose the line. That's why the line that you choose might be different from your friend. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how. Okay, I'm going to show you the guidelines for SPM. Okay, for SPM, you got to follow these kind of rules. Okay, these are the rules that is given, like kind of like help you to score marks in SPM. Okay, a lines of best fit, normally it passes through as many given points as possible in the graph. Okay, just now you see so many points, you got to draw a line, but then that line might not passes through all the points. Okay, but it must pass as many as possible. Okay, then normally at least 2 points. Okay, this is the key point here. At least 2 points that you pass through. Okay, in SPM. Okay, second, there will be points that are not on the line. Okay, so if you sketch a line that joining 2 points already, but there are some points above and some points below, right? Normally it will be evenly distributed. Let's say down there will be 3 points, and up there will be 3 points, or down there 2 points, up there 2 points. Normally, okay, SPM will give you this kind of questions. Okay, so that's a guideline here. Okay, I'll show you an example here. Still don't have to draw first. Okay, let's say I plot these points. Okay, get a transparent ruler to draw. Why? Because you can see properly. You put this, you slide it over, okay? You slide it over, then you kind of can draw something, right? Okay, so you draw that line, then you see, okay, does this line satisfy these two guidelines? First, it kind of like has to pass through as many points as possible, right? So now, does it pass through any point? No, it doesn't pass through any point. Is it evenly distributed? Kind of, but then the first one failed already, so you won't be looking at the second part. So this one certainly is not your choice of line of best fit, okay? So it's a little bit of discretion in choosing lines of best fit, okay? That's why, so I show you a few. So this one is probably not, because it fails the first one. It doesn't pass through any point. Okay, so let's try another time, okay? If you try to draw things like this, okay, then it passes through 2 points, right? Okay, kind of like passes through 2 points. Okay, then the first one is okay, right? It passes through about 2 points. But are the points on two sides evenly distributed? No. You see, on this side, how many points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 points on this side. The other side, no points. Okay, so it fails this criteria. Okay, this one says that it should be evenly distributed on two ends, right? Okay, that's why this is not your choice of lines of best fit. Okay, next one. Let's try another time. So you go on and draw, and you kind of like draw this one. Okay, you draw this one over here and move away the ruler. You see why you should use transparent ruler, because if it's transparent, then you can see, okay, you put the ruler on top, then you can see, oh, this one, it looks like, after I put this line here, oh, here there are like 3, here there are like 3, oh, so it looks quite okay. So then you plot it, okay. To be frank, a longer ruler is preferred in your exam because you have a very long paper, right? Okay, so a long and transparent ruler will be the best. Okay, but then for simplicity, you can carry 2, right? You can carry one short one and one long one. Short one for normal usage, such as drawing the denominator and numerator line. Okay, right. So this one is your choice of lines of best fit, right? Okay, you see. You join 2 points, so it satisfies the first one. Okay, and then after that, you see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then it's kind of like evenly distributed, right? Okay, and one more thing, the second one is like just a guideline, right? Let's say here 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and don't have this point. It also makes sense to choose this one as lines of best fit, right? Okay, I guess you are fine, right? Okay, so let's try something like an example here. So given the table here, you have x and you have y. You plot the y against x and determine the lines of best fit. That's the first part. Second part, find the value of y when x is 3.3. And you see that here, the x value, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no 3.3. So this 3.3, you want to find the y value. It depends on the lines of best fit that you draw. So the y value that you get might be different from your friend's answer, because the lines of best fit might be a bit off and the scale might be a bit different. That's why you could get something different from your friend, but shouldn't be too much. Okay, if it's too far away, then one of you must be wrong. Okay, so let's solve for this. If you have the graph paper with you, pause the video and try to plot this, and also use what? You can do what? You can use maybe like pen to plot these points first if you want. Then you use pencil to draw the line. Okay, then you see whether it's working or not. Okay, if it's wrong line, then you can rub off the line and draw again. Okay, then use pencil again. Then you can see very clearly, because the points are there, it won't move. Okay, the things that might be wrong is the line. Okay, that's why. Right, so pause the video and try this. Then later we come back to show you the answer. Okay, good. Right, so I have the table over here. Now I have this graph paper over here. Draw this, and I have all the things here. So now you see, I start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here y value also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't jump anything, so I don't have to draw that thing over here. Okay, Then I plot the points here. 1 is 4.4, so 4.4, you see here between 4 and 5, there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So one square here means 0.2 distance. So this 2 means 0.4. So now 4.4 is 2 square away from 4. Okay, right? So next, 3.2, 1 square away. Then 2.9, this one's a bit in the middle, okay, of 1 square. Then another one is 1.6 somewhere here. Then another one 0.6 is somewhere here. Okay, so now you got to choose the lines of best fit now. Okay, you can try to draw some kind of line there. Okay, so now you will kind of like draw, and you most likely will get something like this one. Okay, maybe you will join this one, and this one might be touching or very close to it. You see, here I didn't draw like very like exact to be that line, right? Okay, but maybe you should just draw like exact until that point, right? Okay, then you see what is happening. So there will be a little bit different from yours, maybe. Okay, so find the value of y when x is 3.3. Okay, just now when you draw these lines of best fit, does it satisfy the two guidelines that you have? It almost passes through 3 points, and what happened? The left hand side there's 1 point, right hand side there's 1 point, so it's okay, right? Okay, so it makes sense to choose this as lines of best fit. Okay, all right, find the value of y when x is 3.3. Where is 3.3? 3.3 is somewhere here, middle. Okay, so 3.3, go up and shoot there. I get something like 2.2 there. Okay, close to 2.2. So I'll say when x is 3.3, y is 2.2. Okay, if you get your answer slightly different, it's fine, right? Okay, it should be fine. Okay, so try yourself, try your best to actually draw this one. Like even if you want to draw it in a very big scale, let's say 0 to 1, there are 10 square there. It's fine, okay, because your space for the graph paper, there are a lot. Okay, if you are not enough, you can still ask for more paper, right? Okay. Okay. So now second questions. Plot the graph stock price S against day T. Stock price is the one below, day is the one on top. Find the value of T when S is 47. So let's try. Okay, pause the video and try. If you have not, okay, pause the video and try this. Plot the graph and do it. Okay, so I'll show you now. So table is here. So I have this graph paper, I have this, and I have this. Why? Because I skipped to 38. So this is 40, this is 38. So you can choose to start from 35, then you draw here, but still you have to draw this one. Okay, draw that thing there. Indicates that you skip some. Okay, all right. So I plot all the points here. Okay, since there are 5 points only, so I think it's kind of natural to do it this way. Okay, so it's kind of like evenly distributed there. If you choose this point and this point joined together, then you see, if you choose, let's say I show you here, if you choose this point joining to this point, not very straight, okay, sorry, because I'm not using ruler, okay, then what will happen is that this point is very far away from this one, and this one is closer to this one. You want it to be kind of like this point, and this point is like having the equal distance or not too far away. Okay, that's why we would prefer to use this one, this one, this one, so that you see the distance here, and distance here is kind of like equal. And since I can't say must be evenly distributed two sides, I can't say this one must be 2, this one must be 2, or this one must be 1, this one must be 1, because there are like not enough points here. Okay, so you kind of have this as the line of best fit. Okay, so as I say, line of best fit is a little bit subjective, right? Your answer could be different from your friend's answer. That's why. So what you have to make sure is that your scale is very accurate, right? As accurate as possible. These points you have to plot very carefully. Then you join a line and try a few times and see which one you think is the lines of best fit. Okay, it's not a rocket science, to be frank. So what the SPM guidelines, like as I told you, pass through 2 points and evenly distributed 2 sides. Okay, good. Now find the value of t when s is 47. So just now we were given the value on the x-axis, then find the value of the y-axis. Okay, value on the y-axis. Now we are given the value on the y-axis 47 somewhere here. Then we want to find the corresponding t value, okay, or x-axis value. Okay, so now we identify that. So 47, where is 47? 47 is somewhere there. You move to this line, shoot it down. It's somewhere at 2.6. Okay, so our answer is when s is 47, t is 2.6. Okay, so if you have any problem, just like pause the video and rewind. Okay, so I'll move on to the next one. Okay, so again, you should try yourself this one. Okay, try yourself for this one. Pause the video and try this. Okay, good. Next, so given this, have the table, draw that, and we can start from something like 10, 20, 30, because this one shoot up to 45, right? Shoot up to 45. That's why you can go from 10, 20, 30, 45, and 40 and 50. Actually, the scale, you can make it very large so that it's easier for you to draw. Okay, it depends on you. Okay, your choice. All right, so now let's see, we plot all the points there. Then, all right, okay, no problem. Then we draw a lines of best fit. So we try to draw it over, then you should get something like this one, right? Okay, so then you see this distance kind of like the same as here. That one is very close to that line. Then we kind of like happy with this. Okay, so we consider this to be passes through these 2 points. Okay, then we find the value of s when t is 3.2. 3.2 is here. So we just draw the line and see the corresponding value is 30. Okay, so if in real world we won't be doing something like this one. Okay, we won't be judging a line of best fit with eyes and we draw it. In real world, we will have the data here. Okay, then we will use computer to tell us what is line of best fit, where is it located, and it might not even passes through any of the points. Okay, that's the reality. Okay, so here is just giving you an idea of how these kind of things are being solved in hand, using hand. Okay, the idea is given to you. So like I said, in the real world, this is not a rocket science, but in SPM, you try to be as accurate as possible. Okay, so that's our last example, and this is your answer. And if you have any problem, you just pause the video and do and rewind or what. Okay, if not, I'll see you in the next class. Okay, thank you, bye bye.